So, what's your name?
Jonathan Santiago,
Where do you go to school?
Cal State LA,
And what's your major?
Mass Comm.
What have you been doing during the pandemic?
Either doing schoolwork during the week and working part-time on the weekends, and for my pastime I've just been riding bikes with my friends. Well, social distancing.
Alright, so since you've been riding bikes, is that one of your favorite hobbies?
Yeah, that's definitely my favorite hobbies, either riding bikes, running, or skating, but mostly bikes all the time.
What got you into biking?
What got me into biking was having an accident with my ankle where I broke it after skating. It was either doing physical therapy or getting a bike to get the strength back, so I chose biking because it was more affordable at the time. So I just got a used mountain bike, and from there I started.
So what has been your favorite part about biking?
Favorite part about biking has to be for sure the community that is very welcoming. You could attend many group rides as long as you find like somebody in LA that isn't like an organizer or something like that. So it's really easy. I don't know. I just been making a lot of friends. Throughout this whole process, it's been tight.
What is something difficult that you experienced through biking?
Through biking, I think the hardest thing is definitely trying to get to somebody's level that's better than you. Competing in like group rides, there's group rides where of course it's like more like welcoming to all cyclists, but there's some group rides that are like on the weekends that have to be really fast paced, like either going down PCH like 30 to 40 miles per hour. I think those are the most difficult ones, but other than that, it's a challenge that I'm willing to accept.
So how did you start getting to know all these group rides to get into, since it was something so new to you?
So I met one of my brother's friends named Marcos. He ended up being like some guy known in the downtown scene, and from there he opened up the gate for like meeting people that are either like track bikes, road bikes. And then I started going to this one clubhouse store called Rafa in Santa Monica, and from there I just go there for coffee because it's a boutique/coffee shop. And from there, they started knowing me every day, and then they started inviting me out to like group rides and stuff, and that's how I became social with them.
So how do you manage having a social life in biking, or managing biking and also going to school?
So for biking and schoolwork, for sure I have to have like an organizer, because right now, specifically during this pandemic, everything's online, so I gotta figure out what to do, what I should be doing before class, which varies around noon, and from like 12 to like 3. And specifically I just ride in the mornings, like 7, 8 a.m., do 1 hour, and then get back, and for the rest of the day I'm just reading, catching up on schoolwork, and looking at my lectures.
So on an average, how much do you bike in a week?
Average, I do 14 hours.
14 hours?
Yeah. 14 hours, 230 average miles.
Well, that's impressive. So, since you dedicate so much time to biking, do you hope to create a career?
I definitely want to be have a career in cycling, but not just like as a cyclist. I'm talking about like either doing like marketing or working for brands and stuff like that. I already see myself doing that through like connections. I have several brands that already have given me an opportunity to prove myself that I could get in there, but I just have to show them that I have a degree in mass comm and doing stuff like that, like advertising and stuff.
Oh, so you found something that you can apply your school to as a career.
For sure, and it's something that I love, so I just think that's like the best thing you could do possibly is applying your degree to something that you're actually interested, do daily, instead of having like a 9-to-5 job on something that you just have to look up on like on all these LinkedIn websites and stuff. I just thought it's pretty cool like that.
So what has been an experience with like making your biking a career currently?
Currently is associating myself with the brand that I told you that got me into it was like Rafa. I know like the manager there, general managers from other Rafa stores that I'd never met, but they follow me on social media. From there, I've been in communications with marketing, where I'm either doing some kind of like ambassador thing or doing like a advertising and stuff for them. So that's one thing that's already got me in my foot in that realm.
Are you ever scared that you're going to lose interest in biking?
I do think about it sometimes, just because I'm like, sometimes I force myself to go biking. It's more like because I want to be fit and I don't want to be lazy around the house. I don't like being at home, so that's why I love biking as well. It just takes me out, de-stresses from school as well. But I do feel sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I want to bike today, or like I lose interest. But other than that, so far right now, I think I'm good. The only thing I would probably tackle on next is running, because I love doing that on my spare time.
So how do you motivate yourself to continue biking, or do you like flex between running and biking?
I flex in between that. Like the times where I'm like, I don't want to ride bikes, but I still want to be active, I'll go running. But for the most part, I'm motivated with my friends in the cycling community, because a lot of them, like daily, we either have group chats or they randomly message me on Instagram, text that like, are you riding today? Or like, what's the route? Or stuff like that. They're already inviting, so at that one point, that's like the best motivation I could get. It's not like I have to be outside doing solo rides. There's always somebody that's like down to go.
So what advice would you give to someone that wants to start cycling or wants to pursue their hobbies to make it a career?
So in cycling or hobbies, I just feel like you should start slow, do your research, be really friendly when it comes to running into somebody that's into that same hobby, because you don't know if they know people and they'll bring you into their group, and from there you get introduced to either like brands and stuff. It'd be good if you want to be into if you want to get a job into that career, or you just want to be more interested in the hobby later on. Like if you want to continue doing it and you're like, you see yourself like having like the starter pack, where it's like, either we're talking about shoes, you have like some like $50 shoes, and from there you'll go like advancing to it. You start buying more of the stuff from that hobby, and then you never know, there's somebody that probably would want you to help you out, or you see your potential, and from there you expand. And that's what I feel like cycling is to me. Like I used to be just with a little mountain bike, as I said before, and now I have like a $4,000 road bike that I never saw that I'd buy myself. But I didn't pay retail for that, just because I know people and stuff like that. You build connections with all these people, and yeah, I just feel it's cool to be in that type of stuff, or any hobby.
And then for your closing statement, what does biking mean to you?
What biking means to me is being free. Yeah, that's what it is. Free roaming, have fun, let it be.
All right. Thank you for your time.